Cheers.
Welcome, everybody. Cracks you up every time, doesn't it?
It's like, that's your shtick. How are you today?
Good. How are you?
We're back. Oh, I'm doing better. We're back, and I am really excited because I have a fondness for Irish whiskey. I'm a Scotch guy now. I'm a whiskey guy. I'm an alcohol guy. I like Scotch, but there's a lot of Irish whiskeys that I appreciate, and there's not a lot of Irish whiskeys out there. I mean, it's kind of
The tight market.
Yeah, I mean, for almost 100 years, there was only 3 real Irish whiskey producers, which was, I think, Bushmills, Jameson, and can't think of the other one. And even today, the Jameson company owns a lot of the Irish whiskeys, like Green Spot and stuff. But we are looking at Teeling. Teeling gets its origins back in the 1700s. From the Teeling distillery, but it went out a long time ago. It's still within the family, and they brought it back in, I think, the 2000s. And so we're looking at the Teeling single malt. They have a small batch, and they have a cask strength, I think. So they have 3. But the 2 brothers, Teeling's their last name, who own it, come out with pretty spectacular single malt. So this is Irish single malt from the Teeling distillery in the smack dab in the middle of Dublin. So if we ever go to Dublin, well, you'll never go anywhere. Can't get you out of anywhere. So when I go to Dublin, I will be sure to visit them. It runs at $51.99, so $50. That's going to be a 1 barrel. And I'm telling you right now, it is worth every penny. It's 46% or 92 proof, no age statement. However, this is very unique. It's 100% malted barley. It's aged up to 23 years in ex-bourbon barrels. And then it is finished in 5 different casks. So it's finished in a sherry, a port, a Maduro, a white Burgundy, and a Cabernet Sauvignon. And then it's finally, well, it's finished in 4 of those. It's actually matured for 14 months in a sherry cask. So lots of richness. Oh, and by the way, the bourbon barrels are Heaven Hill bourbon barrels. So these guys put a lot of effort into this. It's aged up to 23 years. Of course, they could have like 1-year barrels in the mix, but 23 years is what they age it up to. And then another 14 months in the matured barrel of sherry, and then how long it's in the other barrels, I don't know. And I don't know really the process, because, you know, whiskey isn't like, here's a barrel, dump it, bottle it type of thing. They take a whole slew of barrels,
And they mix it.
what's called vatting together. Not blending, vatting. And so that's how they get the consistency. And so I don't know if they take their Heaven Hill barrels that are aged anywhere from, probably 5 to 23 years, and then vat them into separate barrels, and then vat those into the sherry barrel. It'd be nice to visit them and find out. But what you get is a very strong, sweet wine, fruity flavor. And I love Teeling. I think Teeling, Green Spot, and there's one more off the top of my head, I can't think of it are my favorite. It's probably underneath us somewhere. But Teeling and Green Spot are probably my favorite Irish whiskeys. I'm not a big Jameson fan. I like it, but it's not something I go to.
And they've come up with so many different...
Rider's Tears. Those are my 3 favorites.
Jameson's came up with so many different things now. I haven't even tried.
Well, and see, Jameson owns Green Spot, and I think they own Rider's Tears. These are independent. So it is 92%. Or 92 proof. All right. So, it's a 1 barrel because it costs at $51, and I think that's giving it a strong handicap. Because it doesn't deserve the final tally that I gave it. Water kind of opens up the aromas and lessens the I don't know, strength of. Because initially the aromas I was getting was very strong. Vanillas, floral, like fruits, a little bit of citrus, not the dark chocolate or dark fruits that you normally associate with single malts. This is more of a fruity stuff, which you're getting from the wine.
Yeah, but adding a little bit of water makes it a little richer with a little more...
Richer, but not as bold. I mean, because when I first smelled, and of course, you know, post-COVID, I'm going to use that one like you use You're Tired. My sense is dull as I listen to it more.
He said it, I didn't say it.
But without the little drops of water, it was like right in your face. I mean, it's still very bold flavors or aroma. But I give it a 4 on aroma. You give it a 3.5. I give it a 4 on flavor. The richness, the sweetness, a little bit of spiciness to it is just phenomenal. I really like
It's pretty damn
Teeling.
good.
I usually think about Writer's Tears as my everyday drinking, Irish whiskey drinking. And then Green Spot is just a whole different uniqueness to it. I mean, definitely Irish whiskey though. So it's more of an occasional thing. Teeling is like celebration, like good events, good friends type of thing, not just the everyday. I think it's more of a special thing. It's not like Redbreast or anything like that, because you know that's even more expensive and more they're aged, and I think that'd be something even more special. But Teeling's really good. that's my barrel rating. Really good. 3 for bite. I think it's got a little bite. So we end up with, there's only a 0.5 point difference here, a 12, which is a solid 3, but I just, it's not a 3 to me.
You want to give it the bonus?
I would give it the full barrel bonus up to 4, but that's quite a jump.
The price is pretty...
Yeah. I think the small batch is less, but it's in the $30 range if I remember right. And then their other one, which I think is a cask strength, but I could be wrong. They only have 3, is like in the $80 range. It's up to you. I want to give it the full point and give it a 4. And when you consider things like Jameson or Hellcat Maggie or Wolfhound or the other Irish whiskeys we've tried, it's miles above that.
Yeah, I mean, I'll go with the 4.
Okay, so we're going to go ahead and give this a 4 rating. If you haven't tried Teeling, you definitely should.
But they should send us a free bottle for giving it a 4.
Sure, you know, because they watch every episode. If you want, leave a comment about your favorite Irish whiskey, and obviously, you know, we haven't mentioned or done an episode on Redbreast yet. We will. But Teeling is definitely a step above the rest. Unfortunately, Irish whiskeys are not that many, but they're becoming more and more popular. I think in 2020 alone, they opened up like 5 new distilleries, so starting to come back. And Irish whiskey, if you don't know, is extremely, this is a single malt, but most Irish whiskeys are pot still. That's their shtick.
It's a pot still.
Yeah. Well, I think they pretty much invented the pot still. I don't know. I mean, whiskey in general was probably invented in Ireland, so like as we know it today by Irish monks. Make sure you hit the like and subscribe, share the channel. Again, tell us what you think about Irish whiskeys. What's your favorite? Make sure you check out Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and the merchandise store, all updated. And remember, there's no bad whiskey. There's only good whiskey and great whiskey. And this is, to me, this is really good whiskey.
All right. Cheers.
Cheers.
Laters. We got hats on the merchandise.
Yeah.